Elon Musk is about to destroy Bill Gates. Twitter has been blowing up because of an interview Elon Musk had with Tucker Carlson. He revealed a lot, but ultimately hinted at Bill Gates' doom.
You know, I think part of why Kamala is getting so much support is that if Trump wins, that Epstein client list is going to become public.
Yes.
And some of those billionaires behind Kamala are terrified of that outcome.
Yeah. Do you think Reid Hoffman's uncomfortable?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Gates.
And Gates.
Yeah.
Elon Musk said if Donald Trump wins the election, he's gonna leak the Epstein list. And if this gets out, he claims that Bill Gates will be in some hot water. But this isn't as simple as it seems. You see, Elon Musk and Bill Gates, well, they don't really like each other. And you won't believe what Elon said, but that's for later. Now, to start things off, what kind of relationship does Elon and Bill Gates have? Well, naturally, them being both billionaires, they are extremely competitive. In fact, Bill Gates has gone out of his way to say he's competitive and ultimately likes to prove people wrong. Just like this reporter who didn't think he could jump over this chair.
Is it true that you can leap over a chair from a standing position?
It depends on the size of the chair. I'll cheat a little bit.
Yes!
And naturally, as these two rub shoulders, things start to get a little dicey. On the Joe Rogan podcast, you see Elon Musk looking a bit hurt talking about his relationship with Bill Gates.
I also heard that at one point he had a big short position against Tesla, which was kind of, I don't know if that's true or not, but it seems weird. People I know who know the situation well, I said, are you sure? They said, yeah, he had a big short position against Tesla, which obviously didn't work out too well.
You see, Bill actually shorted Tesla. When you short a stock, you're essentially expecting it to go down, meaning he was literally betting against Elon Musk. And judging by this expression, he looks kind of hurt by it. It seems this beef is starting to brew between these two billionaires. Things got a little more tense when a couple years later, Elon Musk was on this interview. Essentially what happened was there was a dispute over making a vaccine, and these two found each other within striking distance again. And this is where Bill made some off remark about Elon.
Tesla makes the vaccine machines for CureVac. Gates said something about me not knowing what it's doing. It's like, hey, knucklehead, we actually make the vaccine machines for CureVac, that company you invested in.
Essentially saying, what does this guy know about vaccines? Now, ironically, in that last interview with Joe Rogan, Elon said that Bill made a sly comment about Cybertrucks.
Explain to me what Bill Gates was talking about when he was saying that you can't do trucks. What was?
Yeah, I didn't know what you're talking about.
Why did he say that then? Like, why would someone?
I don't know. Probably somebody told him that, and you know, he just
repeated it.
He's just not that close to the physics of it, and.
So this is pretty rich. Elon's defense was his company was literally making the machines that Bill Gates' foundation was paying for. It's pretty funny, honestly. I guess he didn't know that. But just based off these two interactions, there is some beef there, and you really can't blame them. But in terms of Epstein's list, this is where things can get a little dicey for Bill. You see, just recently, some classified documents were discovered that have a lot of information about people like Bill, Oprah Winfrey, and other celebrities that made a visit on down to the island of sin, or Epstein's Island. And there's something Elon said about this. But before we get into that, if you're enjoying this video, subscribe. 99% of you guys are not subscribed, and that's okay. We can change that right now by hitting that subscribe button. Join the family. I'm going to be making more content like this. But let's get back into it. Now let's break down Epstein's list a little bit further. This isn't necessarily a list of names. It refers to a collection of unsealed documents in a recent lawsuit. And the bad news for Bill is, well, his name shows up on the flight logs. Now, not all the information has been released, but what Elon Musk is insinuating is Bill won't like this information to get leaked. Now, there are hundreds of celebrities that have been claimed to be on this list. In fact, one of my favorite rappers of all time, Run DMC, was seen in a picture with Epstein. But just because someone is in one of these pictures, does that mean they were partaking in these illegal activities? Let me know in the comments below. This is how I see it. You could be at a party, having a good time, and all of a sudden you walk in the bathroom and whoa, people doing drugs, and you're like, Hell nah, I don't associate with you guys. We might be at the same party, but I ain't doing all that, you know what I mean? And to be honest, guys, I like Bill Gates. All right, let me explain. I'm sure some of you know more information than I do, relax. But I see Bill, first and foremost, as a business icon. I mean, this guy built one of the most successful companies in history, dropped out of Harvard, and is now giving back to the world by curing diseases. And yes, I'm sure some of you know more about Schmovid than I do. And what his relation to that was, I honestly did no research on that because I didn't really want to know. But in terms of Bill being a business icon and a role model in that sense, that's what I like about him. Now, does you being at a party, you being in pictures with someone that is an absolutely terrible person, does that make you bad? If it is, then let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, I gotta be honest. The more research I do about Bill Gates, I get a little bit more sketched out by him. The more I look into it. There was an interview with Bill Gates' ex-wife, and they asked her directly, what is Bill Gates' relationship with Epstein? And she recalls meeting him for the first time. This is Epstein. And just the evil impression that she got. In fact, it was so bad that she had nightmares of Epstein after the encounter. And she also, on multiple occasions, told Bill, yo, you need to stop hanging out with this Epstein guy. He sketches me out, basically. Yeah, so I didn't like that, right? I trust her judgment, and it's just not a good look. It's not a good look for Bill. And reporters have addressed him directly, right? Because supposedly Bill Gates had dinners with Epstein. And I guess it was in an effort to raise money for charities. But apparently he had more than one dinner with Epstein. And of course, when Bill answers the question, he has a textbook answer. But to be honest, the body language is a little bit weird. Okay. And obviously, you know, I'm sure he's an introvert. He doesn't go on camera a lot, etc., etc. Like, I get it. But it's just this kind of weird, shameful body language. And I don't know if this is the body language you get when you know you're guilty of something. Or if it's just the body language from like how the reporter asked, like just the tonality of it. Because it was kind of insinuating the way she was asking it. But still, it just seems kind of weird, you know? And you know what? He gets asked this question a couple times on this next interview I found. He says he said it at least 100 times that he regrets having dinner with Jeffrey Epstein. So obviously, that is the sword you die on. I mean, Jeffrey Epstein has now passed away, right? Or as Bill Gates says, he's dead.
Well, he's dead. So, you know, in general, you always have to be careful.
Yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, Elon Musk saying that he would leak the list if Trump won gets a little bit more interesting. Well, why, you may ask? Donald Trump was supposedly on that list. I mean, think about this. Elon says the list is going to leak if Donald Trump wins the election. But if Donald Trump's name is on that list with more details about it, I'm sure he wouldn't want the list to get leaked, right? Unless he knew he was good. Unless he knew he wasn't doing anything crazy. So what are we supposed to make of that? It seems some people on the list don't really say anything about it, probably because they were at the party, not really participating in all that other BS. But people like Bill, according to Elon Musk, are a little bit nervous.
There are a lot of videos, apparently. Those rooms on the island, and I think out in New Mexico, were wired for video.
Right.
And
where's the video? I mean, between Diddy and Epstein, it's good. There's probably several thousand hours of footage here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This truly seems like a hot mess. If you enjoyed this video, watch this one right here. I'll see you in the next one.